formerly HomeAway, right, in 2016, after spending almost 2 decades in Los Angeles and Silicon Valley, where she has held leadership roles at Yahoo, Ask.com, Demand Media, IAC Publishing Labs, and others. While at Yahoo, Tina has led several global product teams focused on search and display marketplaces. And at IAC Publishing, Ask.com, and Demand Media, she has helped the companies explore innovative approaches to content strategy and monetization. She graduated from UCLA with honors. In her free time, she's a runner, she's a gardener, and she's always exploring new things. And this is where I get really jealous. She is a kite surfer and into digital painting as well. So please join me in giving a really, really warm welcome to Tina Weyand to come tell her story with us tonight. Thanks. Thanks, Tina.
All right. Thank you, Michael. And thanks, Mindy. Yeah, so we chatted a couple of months ago, and I actually honestly had not heard about, this is going to be precarious, but I had not heard about products that count. And when it was described to me, and you know, hats off to Michael for taking the initiative and building out this in Austin, and congratulations on number 6. I mean, that's pretty huge. And I think that Austin has a lot of really great product talent. And it's awesome just to get together. And so it's really super inspiring. I met some great people already. I have been super heads down in my job and learning the vacation rental business and the hospitality business. So I am really excited to start to surface and get to know Austin better and get to know all of you great people better. So let me just jump into the intro, and thank you for setting the stage. I had forgotten my background. I'm so entrenched in what's going on today. But yeah, I mean, my background is marketplaces, and that's one of the things that really attracted me to Vrbo, which was the opportunity to work on marketplace again, just because of the complexity and the challenges. And I get really excited about hard problems to solve, but also because I love the space and our mission. And I really like Product That Counts mission, which is building great products. I hope I get this right. Building great products to, oh, I'm testing. No, it's building great products to change people's lives, change lives. And our mission is to connect people so that they can have that connection and create relationships. So what does this have to do with using data to be customer-centric? And this is the first time I've put this presentation together, and I'm certainly open to feedback afterwards, but this is something I'm pretty passionate about, because customer-centric is a word that gets used a lot. And data and customer-centric thrown together seems a little bit strange, but I'm going to try and convince you that it does matter, and to be really good product leaders and build products that are going to delight and create opportunities for your customers, you need to be, data needs to be kind of at the center of some of your strategy to delight customers. So we're going to be a little bit high level, and then try and get really specific with some examples that will hopefully inspire you. And I'm going to learn how to do this clicker. Where should I be pointing it? Over here? Where did you point it? Okay. So this is just a slide that you can kind of see all the different groups while I go into a little bit of discussion around Vrbo, so that I want to give you a little bit of context, like why should you believe this person who's standing up here. Vrbo is a vacation rental marketplace that it's a two-sided marketplace. And the reason that's important is we actually have consumers on both sides. So we have travelers who are looking to book, but we also have people like myself and maybe some of you who have vacation rentals that you put in the marketplace. You care deeply about these properties, and you have, you know, strangers who come in and have a great experience in those properties. So on both sides of the marketplace, we have to try and address these customer needs, and they have very, very different needs. Also, on the supply side of the marketplace, we have businesses. We have property management companies globally who help owners make money for them, and they're in it to make money and grow their business. And so that's also another customer segment that we work with. And I love I love this product. I believe in it deeply. I've used it for a couple decades. It was Vrbo back then. And just being able to come to work and try and make it easy so that people can take the stress out of the booking and the shopping part and spend time on the great experience they're going to have is I get super excited about it. So as a chief product officer at Vrbo, one of the things that I have responsibility for is I have product management teams on both sides of the marketplace and sort of the platform piece, but I also have the design team and I have what's called a customer insights team. And what we did is we tried to do the model that's used in some other large consumer companies, and we brought together market research and user research into one team. And that's really unlocked a lot of key learnings. And I'm not going to go into detail about that. It's an interesting data point. I also have product marketing. So it's responsible for the strategy, for the execution, along with our great data science team and engineers, but then also like, how do we take it to market and explain and talk about it in a way that makes sense? And so I have teams mostly here in Austin, but we have Denver and Bellevue, and then London and Madrid, Singapore, Sydney. Yes. And so, you know, we try and represent. And so these are pictures of everybody from all over. All right, so let's get into, okay, someone's gonna help me. Was it just not on? Okay, fancy. All right. Also, just a little bit about scale. So we're Vrbo, formerly HomeAway, is an Expedia Group company, and someone was asking me what that was like. And what I would say is that it's been actually very delightful in the sense that they said, "How do we help you guys go faster? We don't want to get in your way." But what it's also afforded is it's brought a lot of leverage to us. And so we're in 190 countries, 50 websites, 23 languages. We've been able to leverage a lot of their NLP around localization, things like that. We have offices, and then we also, in addition, obviously you can read faster than I can speak. We have over 2 million properties, and we have, just imagine, we have billions of events and signals every day that we are have an opportunity to learn from. And so the scale is like pretty massive. And I know a lot of you have had that experience. We've been at like large global companies, and then you're also maybe at startups. And this entire presentation is for all of those cases. And so I'm going to make that argument. So obviously digital is ubiquitous today. And because of that, the data that you have at your fingertips can be massive. It can be as big and as important as you make it, and you have to be thinking about that. And it's only going to grow exponentially, because think about video. And you know, picture says 1,000 words, and then how do you can instrument video, and what are you going to learn from video? Then you have virtual reality and augmented reality. And so I think regardless of what industry you're in, it's changing the landscape, because even if you're in, say, oil manufacturing, there's so much that's digital, especially internal customers. For example, it's all done through digital. And you know, just look at Tesla. We were just talking about Tesla earlier, and I'm madly in love with Tesla because they completely shifted the car industry from thinking about the hardware to the software. And look at how much they delight the customer and provide things customers didn't even ask for. And they're getting those signals, and they're just doing more and more and more, to the extent where people are like down, you know, having this synchronization to upload the new software and then blogging about it. Like, that's crazy. Who would have ever imagined that? And so just in case you don't believe me, let me just show you, run through some quick data points. So 90% of all the data in the world is in the last 2 years. This is something I constantly remind our customers. 2.5 quintillion bytes of data created every day. So this is just, again, going to grow more and more. And then this is a little bit mind-boggling. In just the quick amount of time right now, 3.8 million Google searches per minute of people asking for things. And we receive you know, some of that traffic as well, where people are saying, I want a vacation rental in Galveston, and we can provide that offering. So we're thinking about all of these different And then voice. I mean, I didn't mention voice earlier, but voice is also a massive opportunity where it's going to change the data signals. And then you've got different things. You've got payments, you've got video, I mentioned, Instagram, and then of course there's always, you know, Amazon, and they're actually very, very, very good at this. We've talked a lot about this. There is a belief and that 80% of the world's internet traffic will be video by 2021. So if anyone is in branding, marketing, content strategy, or even if you're creating go-to-market around your product and how to, you have to be thinking of video. And it's even video within embedded in your product. And so that's something that you have to do. So what do you do with all this data? It can be a little bit overwhelming. And what I didn't mention, as you might have noticed, is I didn't mention anything about AI or machine learning, because that's table stakes. And one of the things you need to be a little bit careful about as a product manager is people. It's kind of a buzzy word. It's real, but not everybody needs to have a machine learning model for to execute some process. And so, but it is table stakes. And so the only way you can create adaptive and quickly adaptive products is by having machine learning. So I'm not even actually going to talk about it. I just presume that is one of the ways in which you're going to tap into signals and learning and have adaptable products. But when I think about platform is at a little bit of the heart of the thinking and what makes the data light up and usable. And what do I mean by a platform mindset? This gets used a lot. It's a couple different things. It's one at the fundamental level. It is about thinking how you are going to be data oriented and make data at the forefront of your learning, which means you need to not have technology stacks that are siloed, because you will lose advantage. If anyone, how many have been in a situation in which something has grown up organically and now they're trying to